Welcome everybody, Victoria here. Thanks for joining. Please subscribe. And I've got with me today my lovely friend Vikki. We're very good friends, and you'll have seen Vikki before because Vikki was one of the ladies I interviewed in the aromatherapy video back in 2000. And we talked about children because you had a 2-month-old at the time.
I did, yeah.
And a 4-year-old.
Yeah.
Little girl and a little boy.
Yeah.
And we talked about hay fever and sleep issues. And I can remember you asking me about bumps because your 4-year-old Dan was running around and bumping himself quite a lot, and you wanted to know how to treat him when he comes up to you crying.
With a great big egg.
Oh, that probably happened a few times. Yeah. So I mentioned about lavender and various things. But anyway, I'll cut now to a little clip of Vikki and I talking back in 2000. See what you make of this. So Vikki, thank you very much for coming in today. What we're going to be talking about is aromatherapy for the family. Now, I know that you're a mum of two small children, so how old are they now?
I've got a daughter who's 11 weeks and a son who's 3.5 years.
Just have a smell of that, see what you think.
That is quite strong, isn't it? So.
Very strong, obviously that's neat, and that's on its own. So that's a mixture of peppermint, lavender and Eucalyptus stegariana.
Right, and do I burn it in his bedroom before going to bed, or do I put it on in the lounge?
You can do either. Obviously it'll make the bedroom smell nice for him when he comes to the room, but if you burn it in the lounge before he goes to bed, it'll be familiar for when he does go to bed, and it won't be, hey, what's going on in my room?
What about an 11-week-old baby then? If they've got a cold, what can help with that?
Same oils, no problem, but much more diluted, just 1 drop. So especially to stop the itching, the scratching, to stop any reddening and the irritation, it's nice and calming. Roman chamomile is wonderful for children.
What about bumping? He's always bumping into things. Is there anything I can put on the skin?
Good old lavender. So welcome back. Yes, that was us with our very posh voices, our English well-spoken voices back in 2000. So, Vikki, how are you?
I'm well, but I'm in my 50s now and struggling a little bit with hot flushes, sometimes a little bit of brain fog, and also sometimes slightly panicky. And I do blame everything on the menopause. So if you've got any recommendations that can help me, I'd really appreciate it.
Okay. I've got lots up my sleeve, not that I'm wearing sleeves. So, right, I'm just going to don my glasses and show you a few here. So, the top one is clary sage. Another one I'm going to recommend to you is rose geranium and also geranium straight. And another one I'd probably recommend to you is lavender, which I've got here. Now, because I'm a core therapist and do kinesiology as well, I'm going to test you for them.
Okay.
And then we're going to make up a little mix in these pre-ready bases I've got here and see if you like them, and we'll apply them somewhere. And then hopefully you'll get a really good night's sleep tonight.
Hey!
Without any hot flushes or night sweats. How about that?
Wonderful.
Yeah. So, I could say to you, do you like clary sage or do you like geranium? And some people would say, oh no, I don't like that, don't give me that. But actually, I want to talk to your subconscious, to your body, and ask it what it wants.
Okay.
Yeah. So, can you do a little finger and thumb together for me? And I'm going to try and pull them apart and hold. Okay, so I'm pulling quite strongly, aren't I?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, now with the other hand, can you hold that so it's touching you over here? And I'm going to try and do that again.
Okay.
And hold. Okay, nice and strong.
What does that mean?
It means it's yes.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
so again, hold near you, yeah, and hold. Okay, I think it was giving a little bit more, that one.
Which one was that one?
that one was clary sage.
Okay.
And hold. Yeah. So they're all passing, but I'd say that your body definitely wants either geranium rose, called rose geranium, or just straight geranium. And clary sage, I'd probably still give you because it was strong, but it wouldn't be the top ingredient.
Okay.
Yeah. So because of that, and with hot flushes, night sweats, we'll come on to the fogginess separately. What I would do is I'd have a lotion, which I've got here, and I would put a couple of drops of each. So there you go, 2 drops of rose geranium, 2 drops of geranium. There we are. And then I would mix it up like that. Do you want to have a smell? See if you like that. It's quite strong, isn't it?
That is quite strong.
Yeah. No, that's quite a lot in there, 4 drops. And then obviously at night you'd be applying it just before going to bed, and I'd apply it around this area.
Okay.
Yeah, which is your reproductive area. So all over the lower tummy and the lower back, round your hips, all on this fatty area here, and get that soaking in. Also, you will smell it, and that is part of it, because then by smelling the essential oils, it goes up through the nose to the olfactory bulb, which sits just behind your eyes, if you like, and that bulb will know what the signal is from the chemical components of the neat essential oils, and it'll send a relevant message to the place. For instance, calming down your hormones, just balancing and harmonising.
Okay.
So by inhaling, it's the quickest way to get essential oils into the body, by attacking that olfactory bulb. Yeah. So that's one way, because you'll be inhaling it as you put it on. And then the cream around all this area here will go through the skin into the blood circulation, and then harmonise and send messages to calm that imbalance of hormones. So geranium contains esters, and I've had a special request on here to talk about esters a little bit more. So an ester is a beautiful chemical component that's naturally found in essential oils, and the more esters an essential oil has, the more it is an intelligent oil. And it will be able to tell what you're low in and what you're high in, like too much of, and it'll balance it for you.
Okay.
Amazing. So geranium full of esters and lavender full of esters. There are others as well, but those are my go-tos. Yeah.
Okay, lovely.
So take that home tonight
and try it.
And let me know, and then I'll add it to the chat on here.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Will do.
All right. And if it's rubbish, tell me that as well.
Okay. You can count on me, to be honest.
Oh, good friends. Okay, so you also mentioned fogginess. Now, the best thing for that would be, I'm just going to leave camera for a second.
Meanwhile, I'll have another smell.
Would be this one, which is a pre-prepped mix of sweet marjoram, lavender and corn mint. Now this is also my headache mix, so this is my go-to. So can you give me a palm? I'm going to put a couple of drops. So that's all 3 oils that are already mixed together, and then you rub your palms together nice and firmly, get some heat going, and that releases the essential oils. So nice heat. Now don't touch your skin. Cup your hands around your nose and inhale.
Oh, wow.
What I like to do is just inhale and then hands away to exhale. Because it's quite strong oil, so it might get too much. And I can see it's coming out of your eyes. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that on the camera. Vicky's eyes are watering, and you can probably taste it as well, and obviously smell it. So it's even going to your ears, it's going to your whole respiratory system.
So is that kind of waking everything up to stop the fogginess?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and clearing. So it's all about clarity and dispelling that fogginess and thick head. So whether headache, migraine, not being able to think clearly, following COVID, lots of people have come to me saying they've still got that foggy head where they can't think clearly and they can't think of words.
Yeah.
Memory loss, like short term,
Yeah.
just odd little words or names of people, which we all do. And that mix is absolutely fantastic.
Lovely. I'll have a barrel of that then.
Coming your way. So, what else did you want to mention?
Anything for if you're feeling kind of panicky, which I never used to have when I was younger, and so I am blaming it on the menopause as well, but sometimes I do feel panicky about things at work. If there's I don't know, something's come through an email and it just makes me feel a bit, is there anything that you can suggest that can just help maybe creating calm? Of course, if I'm at work, I don't want to fall asleep calm, but just something to take my mind off the fact that I'm perhaps feeling a bit stressed.
Okay. So I noticed when you said that you had your hands here. So you're thinking of your heart, are you?
Yeah.
Do you feel a flutter in your heart when you panic?
Sometimes, yeah. And sometimes that thing where you feel like something's going in your throat.
Really? Okay. Almost that it's stopping you breathing?
I'm not that bad.
Okay.
But it just a sudden kind of
Wow.
feeling.
It's like a shock.
Yeah.
Oh, how awful.
Yeah.
I feel for you. So I'd immediately think of Rose. So Rose is like someone giving you a hug instantly. And sometimes if you're in that situation where you feel that instant panic, you also want an instant hug.
Yes.
And so I would definitely have Rose, but because you're at work, it wouldn't necessarily send you to sleep, but maybe you need a balance with something else as well to help calm your heart and your breathing. So I would possibly combine it with lavender again, like we've mentioned before, so rose and lavender.
Yeah.
I'm also wondering, something like frankincense is beautiful for calming the nerves. Frankincense also lovely for breathing. So if it was affecting anyone's breathing when you get that sudden panic, then that would help. It's really coming to me at the moment that ylang ylang is a lovely one. Are you familiar with that one?
I've heard of it.
Ylang
I
ylang.
can't remember what it smells like.
It's an exotic flower. It's a yellow exotic flower with pointed leaves. And I have arranged all of these in groupings. So I've got all my flower essences here and the trees. Then we've got the fruits at the back. We've got the hydrolats here. We've got the resins here, then the spices, and at the front we've got the herbs. Yeah. So, Mei Chang is another one. Mei Chang and ylang ylang. So, just smell, literally, because that will be strong enough, just smell the top of the ylang ylang.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ooh.
How would you describe it?
It's almost got like a heavy kind of, like the Fisherman Friend tablet.
Oh, okay. Right. Are you thinking menthol?
Yeah, kind of.
Right, I wouldn't have said that, but yeah. Okay.
It's kind of like musky, but there's a bit of sweet in there, isn't there, as well?
Yeah. So ylang ylang is used in a lot of perfumes and in the perfumery industry. It's in a lot of cosmetics, ylang ylang. So you'll recognise it from perfumes mainly, or air fresheners. And so for work, the only thing with ylang ylang is it's also for insomnia. It's also for helping you to sleep, and that's just the thing you don't want.
No.
Can you imagine falling sleep on the desk. So yeah, I would definitely be looking at, where are we? Rose that I just had, yeah.
Frankenstein.
Frankincense.
Oh, frankincense, sorry. Not Frankenstein. We don't want him turning up.
I might leave that in. Oh, she never fails.
That'll keep you awake. It's a brain fog. The wrong words.
Okay. Oh, I hope you're laughing at home. Yeah, so we're going to have Frankenstein and Rose Absolute and maybe a drop of lavender. And that will help your heart at work if you get that sudden panicky feeling and feeling stress.
Yeah.
But you're talking about quite high stress. You're talking about that. It's not that gentle build up all day of stress. You're talking about, oh, did I send that email?
Yeah, that kind of stress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And just talking about stress, obviously everyone's been feeling a little bit overwhelmed and anxious because of the pandemic and COVID. I want people, when I have people around to my house, to feel comfortable. And Dave cleans anyway, so everything is spotless. But is there something I can put in the air to create maybe an atmosphere of maybe calm, but also something that will stop bacteria if there's going to be a few of us in the room? Or any suggestions?
Good question. So over the last 2 years I've been asked this a lot, and the ones that are top go-tos, which are antiviral, and they're also antibacterial and antiseptic. Quite a few of them are also antifungal, so it's killing everything basically.
Oh, that's good.
Are clove bud, cinnamon leaf, and tea tree, and eucalyptus. Now all of these at the moment are big hitters, and I don't know if you'd want to be burning them all or diffusing them, inhaling them in your home to create like a welcoming atmosphere, because they're all quite strong. I mean, with clove in is going to smell, yes, like Christmassy, but it's also going to smell really powerful.
Oh, okay.
Because it's also synonymous with smelling salts.
Oh,
You know, bringing someone around. But cinnamon, lovely. I mean, they're all lovely. It's just that if I was to make you a mix, so for instance, a neat essential oil bottle to put in your diffuser at home in the hallway so that people can smell it when they come in, I would want to put a few drops of these, but I'd put something else in with it, like lemon. So lemon essential oil. In fact, we've got a few fruits here. We've got grapefruit, bergamot, mandarin and lemon. And all of those, people like to recognise what they're smelling. They don't like to walk into a shop, a restaurant or someone's home and think, oh, I can't put my finger on that. They like to have that familiarity of recognising it. So it's nice to have fruits in there. Everyone knows the fruits. And then mixed with those big hitters would be great.
Okay.
And also none of them are sleepy ones. So people won't arrive and just feel tired and sleepy. They'll be
ready
up
for a party.
Up for a party, a cup of tea or whatever it might be.
Can I smell the cinnamon leaf?
Yeah. Do you want it neat?
Yeah, just have a whiff of it.
Yeah.
That's not like cinnamon, is it? Do you not?
Well, the thing is, I probably use cinnamon essential oil more than I cook with cinnamon. And so I'm used to this.
And I'm used to cooking with, I put cinnamon in my curries and...
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a different smell to the...
Yeah, well, this is the leaf. Now, if you use cinnamon at home, you'll be using the sticks of cinnamon, which is a different aroma.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's still pleasant though, it's still
Yeah.
nice.
And you can tell it's still cinnamon? Or not? No.
I can't, no.
Oh, okay. Do you want to smell any of the others?
So we've got
Tea
tea
tree.
tree I'm familiar with.
Clove, eucalyptus, You're probably familiar
I'm familiar
with
with all of those.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Lovely. So the only other thing I didn't mention when we talked earlier about work was how you would use it at work.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Now, this is a new way that I haven't talked about on the videos before, and that is using it neat. And I'm going to give you a bit of a warning, a disclaimer at this point to say really be careful with using any oils neat. You never know if you're going to have a reaction. So please do seek professional advice from a lovely therapist down the road, or an aromatherapy shop you may have round the corner, where they'll probably do a consultation before giving you some essential oils. And of course, I know Vikki well, I treat Vikki very often, so I know what you can and can't tolerate. So we're going to try it now. Are you able to reveal the inside of your elbow? Can your top go up that high?
It can.
Yeah. So don't have a reaction on camera if it's that bad. don't keel over. So what we talked about was rose and frankincense.
Yeah.
So can I put a drop of both? In fact, before I do that, let's test them.
Okay.
So can you hold that in your hand over there and then give me a little finger and thumb?
Oh, yeah, that way.
That. And I'm going to try and pull apart and hold. Strong. You can put that down. What was that?
Frankincense.
That's frankincense. So this is rose. And hold. Really strong. Yeah, you like rose.
I do like them. My favourite flower.
Okay, so I'm going to try and put one drop. Now rose, just give me a bit of a surface like that. That's it. Rose can be a bit slow. Yeah, because it's a thicker oil. Oh, it's coming. Wow, look at the colour of that. Isn't that amazing? Beautiful. Reddy, orangey colour.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want it dripping. Oh, all right, you got to. So just rub that into the crook of your elbow. And if you've got any left, you might want it in the other crook of elbow. Okay. Look at the colour of that.
Gorgeous.
There, can you smell
Oh,
that?
I can.
So you've got rose and frankincense. You're going to be asleep on the couch when I give you a massage in a minute.
Oh, that's
Can you
lovely.
smell that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really nice. So you've got neat rose, which is actually one of the more expensive essential oils, but it's worth it. You're worth it.
Ah, I am.
Oh, Vikki, priceless, priceless.
Can we see the hair thing?
Yeah, because I'm worth it. And you've also got frankincense, so, you know, a flower and a tree. Beautiful.
Lovely.
Was there anything else you wanted to ask me before we move on to the massage?
I do. As you know, which your subscribers won't know, I had a very nasty accident falling downstairs back in 2018. Smashed the bottom of my right leg pretty badly.
Yeah.
And tour was a big part of my recovery.
Everyone knows me as Victoria, but call me Tor, it's fine.
So just going forward, as you know, I still have a few issues with my leg. Change of weather can make it achy. Certain exercises, it can be achy. I almost feel like I can feel the metal sometimes that's going down the bone. Looking into the future, is there anything I can do with some sort of massage with some oil to help, maybe thinking about maybe not getting arthritis in the future in it, or if I'm going to do some exercise and it's a bit achy but I still want to do the exercise, is there something I can put on it rather than pain-killing gel? Is there something more natural that I can use?
Yes. And actually, this is a whole field of aromatherapy that we haven't talked about yet. So it's good, really, because all the questions you're asking are ticking all the boxes. So what we need here are stimulating essential oils. And by stimulating, I mean to the blood circulation. So I immediately think of rosemary.
Yeah.
Now, I wouldn't necessarily use too much of rosemary if you had a heart condition. So, for instance, high blood pressure, or you know, any previous, if you're on any blood thinning tablets or have palpitations or anything like that. I would still use rosemary personally because I know what I'm doing with the oils.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't tell you to use it every day, for instance. Okay, so I'd immediately go to rosemary.
Yeah.
I also love black pepper. So rosemary, black pepper, eucalyptus, sweet marjoram, which is actually more of a calming, but you need that with the stimulating. I'd use lavender as well. Lavender is the umbrella catch-all for most situations. There are lots more, but those are my go-tos.
Okay.
So I need to find them in amongst all these essential oils now. I have a feeling I don't have rosemary in at the moment. I know I've got black pepper, so that should be, yeah, in with the spices. A little bit left there. And sweet marjoram and lavender. And just having a look through the others as to, oh, definitely chamomile. So Roman chamomile and blue chamomile, yeah. So I would probably test you for them again.
Yeah.
Not all aromatherapists do that, of course. Most aromatherapists will just know what to give you and mix it and then treat you with it. But because I do core therapy, kinesiology, for me, it's an added bonus to be able to see what your body says yes or no to, which might be different next week, next year, but at the moment, this is what your body would say yes to. Let's test each one. So hold that and give me little finger and thumb and hold. That's coming apart slightly. Okay, and next one is Roman chamomile and hold. Okay. So black pepper and hold. Yeah, that's strong. I sort of knew that would be. Yeah, I had a feeling. And sweet marjoram and hold. It's coming apart slightly. Too relaxing for you. And lavender and hold. Yeah, that's really good. So definitely lavender, black pepper. I'm just going to test eucalyptus, which is fantastic for preventing arthritis, for boosting the circulation, or rather harmonising the circulation, but also for clearing, you know, all that blood circulation in that lower leg to the knee, because what you want is your lymph system, which is the white blood cells, to be clearing any toxins and blockages in that lower leg.
Okay.
Because we don't have a lymph node in the lower leg, nor the ankle or the foot. The nearest lymph node to the extremity is behind the knee. That's why I put it here, because we have them in our elbow crooks and behind the knees. And so when massaging, that's why massage therapists always massage upwards towards the heart, because we're getting all of that slow lymph, because it does move really slowly, up the calf towards the knee, and then what I do is stimulate behind the knee to activate that lymph node. So it then chugs away at eating up all the toxins in the lower part of the leg.
Okay.
So that's what I'll be doing. So what have you got now? Eucalyptus and hold. Really strong. Yeah. So I would definitely put those two together, and the way to use it, I would want to apply it.
Okay.
And you mentioned massage yourself, and I could show you how to massage your lower leg. In fact, there is a lower leg video on here that I might cut to for you here, to be able to follow and treat your lower leg, in case anyone watching this has had a similar accident or got any issues with their lower leg, swellings, etc. So yeah, get some advice from an aromatherapist, put a mix together, follow the video, and it's all about massaging around the bone and all of that pressure coming upwards towards the knee.
Okay. And so would that be in a cream like you've done for...
I'd do a choice, so I could either do a lotion here, or there's a cream much thicker, or I could do a massage oil, or I could do an aloe vera gel if it feels, this is more if it feels hot and inflamed, then you'd want a cooling gel. Or I could do a neat mix for you, and we do the same sort of thing as we did in the crook of the elbow. You'd put it behind the knee. Yeah, but because you mentioned massage, you'd probably want it in a massage oil or something like a really thick cream with shea butter or cocoa butter that you can massage with, and it won't just sink into the skin and disappear.
And how often should I do it?
Every night.
Really?
Every night. I mean, if you could massage every night, especially if you've been on your feet that day, but just apply it also every morning.
Okay.
So personally, I make myself a big tub of cream, and I put evening primrose oil in there and various essential oils and aloe vera gel. And every morning after my shower, I apply that cream to my whole body, and it's got different essential oils depending on what's going on in my life. So for you, for instance, you might want it for your leg, but you could apply it to your whole body every day, and it just makes you feel fabulous. But also it makes you give your body a check every morning, like how does it feel, is it creaking, and is it any aches and pains or any cuts and bruises, and how does it feel? So it's nice to sort of check yourself over every day.
Great advice.
Aww. So what I was going to say was, I'm now going to give you a back, neck and shoulders aromatherapy massage.
Great.
Which oils that we've discussed or something else would you like this evening? Bearing in mind it's quite late here now, it's 8 o'clock in the evening, you've been at work all day, I'm sure you're going to go home straight to bed after this.
Probably.
Oh, you haven't got more work to do?
No, I'll probably have a calamari tea and go to bed.
Yeah, okay. So what sort of oils are you thinking?
So I'm thinking something relaxing, help me sleep. So maybe you suggested the one for the help with the menopause is going to help me sleep. So maybe that one.
Okay, because we tested those. Yeah. So that was the rose geranium and the geranium.
Okay.
Yeah. Would you like anything else in there, or just those two? Do you want something to help you? Are you sleeping all right?
No, not with the hot flushes. Not as bad as before, but yeah, I don't get a solid night's sleep anymore.
Oh. So I can give you something for sleep.
Yeah. Let's go for it.
But you've got to be able to drive home.
Yes.
I don't know if we tested ylang ylang. I know we smelt it. Should we just test it? Yeah. And hold. Really strong. Really strong.
So I need it then.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just going to have to give you smelling salts before you leave. Some clove bud. Well, thanks for coming in. I'm going to give you a nice massage now, and everyone is, I'm sure, is going to fall asleep with you.
Thank you.